Mr. Football 2013, Leonard, you have impressed scouts and sports writers and spectators all season long, and then you've made the big decision. You've decided to play football next season at LSU. Take me through that decision.
The decision, it was very crazy. Just from the beginning of my ninth grade year to my senior year, it was a very hard decision. It's always been on LSU and Bama, and just one day before my decision day, me and my parents got together late at night, and we was talking about the odds and evens of each school. And my mother told me pre-on my decision, and LSU was on my mind in the morning. That's the school I chose.
Was there kind of a sense of relief after you made that announcement that now people would stop, asking you and digging into every little thing you did, whether you were leaning one way or another, that it's out there and now you can just get excited?
Yeah, most definitely. Without getting all the thousands of calls every day, text messages, so it was a big relief for me and my family.
I think the cell phone bill probably is going to go down a little bit.
Hopefully.
Did you notice this season any kind of change in the amount of attention that you got after that nationally televised game that you guys had against John Curtis?
Well, it wasn't pretty much, everything was still the same, just people just recognize me everywhere I go and just congratulate me on the win me and my team did against John Curtis, the first team in 6 years from Louisiana to beat him. So it was a big achievement for me and my team.
You talked about how you kind of weighed, the pros and the cons of LSU versus Alabama. What were some of the pros, or what was, one of maybe the bigger decisions?
The biggest decision was my relationship with the coaches. Even though I had a great relationship with, Coach Burton Barnes and Coach Frank, and with Coach Nick Saban and Coach Les Miles. So it's where I felt most comfortable at, and I think LSU was the place for me.
Now it's been quite a year for you. A lot of different awards and just a great season on the field. Do any of your experiences from this past year really stand out to you, or what do you really remember most about the year?
I think my senior year this year was the best year for me, and this St. Aug period. And we made it far in the playoffs since the 2000s. So just becoming better as a young man and understanding the game as a football player, that's all that counts.
That kind of leads into my next question. I know you've attended a lot of different camps and met a lot of coaches, been taught a lot. But if you look, even just at this season, your game in August to your game when the season ended, what do you think you improved upon the most?
Leader, and just understanding the game more. Me and Coach Crutchfield, every time we in PE, we study film every day. Sometimes he give me ideas of what we should do, and sometimes I give him ideas of what we should do or switch the game up. So I think there's a leader and understanding the game more.
All right, well, you made your big decision at that Under Armour All-America game, but that was more than just a football game. I mean, you guys go there, you practice, you get to know people. Just tell me about that experience for you.
It was fun, meet Brandon Harris for the first time, and Jacoby Washington, and it was just like a bonding session for a lot of people, like the great players you never get to meet, and they always talked about nationally wise, and everybody was like brothers, just bonding time.
Were you able, I know there was a lot of football going on when you were in Florida, but were you able to go and just enjoy the area at all?
Yeah, we had went to Disney World. It took us like forever 21 to go on a ride. It took us all day and night. So I think we were on the road like 2 rides. But other than that, it was in a hotel just talking to each other.
Do you like riding the rides, or do you get scared?
It was fun. It was fun seeing everybody scream and stuff.
Would you admit it if there was any of the rides that you were scared to go on?
Nah.
I didn't think that you would. We had an opportunity to learn about Booga Nation while you were at the Under Armour Bowl last week. Just tell me about the background on that.
The background is it's Booga No Sugar. It means real, not fake, and it means being united generates attitude. So it's everybody can use. It's for everybody.
What do you think that you'll miss most about playing football? Look, I haven't even
High
finished
school?
asking my question yet, and you're already ready with the answer.
Oh man, just first, the St. Aug band. I love that band. I don't know why. I love the band. And just putting on those jerseys, it means it's something different when it was something different when my last time taking it off. It brought tears to my eyes, just knowing that through my high school career, St. Aug was over. So I'm just gonna miss being in a band, miss playing with my brothers.
Well, and at least your wardrobe won't have to change too much. You can take that St. Aug purple and gold and just turn it into LSU purple and gold.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, his head coach from this season, Cyril Crutchfield, will be joining us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are joined now by the head coach of the St. Aug Purple Knights, Cyril Crutchfield, and also his running back, Leonard Fournette, I guess former running back, which someone that you're going to miss.
No doubt about it, Aaron. No doubt
What has
about it.
really impressed you the most about the way that he's really just handled all of the attention he's gotten?
Well, I think he's a very conscientious young man. He knows what he wants in life, and he has this relentless approach about achieving greatness, and he has it figured out, step by step what he needs to do to be successful.
What was your take kind of on the recruiting process and his decision, and were you excited for that? Were you leaning one way or another? Just what were your thoughts about it?
Definitely excited for him, because he has to live with his choice, so I'm in that supportive role, and I know it was very time consuming, a lot of time, phone calls, texts, and him and myself both, so it was actually a relief, so I'm excited for him.
I mean, I guess if you weren't very technologically savvy with the texting and everything before you had Leonard Fournette, you certainly are now.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Well, you've coached him for 2 seasons, so his junior and his senior season. Just what kind of a growth have you seen in him, not only as a player, but off the field in those 2 years?
Well, I think the most impressive thing about him is he's a real student of the game. We spent a lot of time. I actually had him in my physical education class, and every single day he'd come in and watch film, or sometimes he'd call me at 10:30 at night or text and saying something that he would see on film, and I think that's what's going to set him apart from other young men that are equally as talented as him.
What do you think it is that makes him so special and gives him that drive to do things like that?
Well, I believe first and foremost is his religion, his belief in God, his parents, and then he just has this innate ability to be the very best at whatever he puts his hand to do, and I think he has this excellent approach, and he goes about it with a certain process, and he's gifted.
Well, then Leonard, I guess talking to you, what are your plans, from now until the time that you enroll at LSU when it comes to training and staying in shape?
Well, I'm running track. I'm still on the track team. And other than that, just waiting until I graduate and school to be over so I can start at LSU.
All right. Now, I know I meant to ask you earlier. Tell me about your relationship. You have a little brother who's just a year behind you in school, also plays running back. Just talk to me about your relationship with him.
Oh, my relationship with him, just by us playing, sharing the time in the backfield as 2 brothers, it was a great moment for me, seeing my brother grow up before my eyes. And I enjoyed myself playing with him, blocking for him. His first touchdown, I was excited for him, his first high school touchdown. And in my eyes, that's something big for a big brother to see a little brother, mature and grow as a young man. So I enjoy every experience with him.
Well, so Coach, you lose one Fournette, but you've got another one coming right back up there. And you're also, I guess 16 or 17 guys will sign letters of intent here coming up. So what expectations do you have? I know it's early, but when you look at what you have coming back for next year?
Well, our goal will always be the same, so our expectations will be the same. We just have to go about it with a different approach with different young men. But we're excited to have Leonard Fournette back along with some other young men. So we're excited, and we've already started, and so the sky's the limit. So we're going to take our stab at it.
Leonard, tell me about the relationship that you have with Coach and just how helpful was he, during this recruiting and selection process?
Well, my first year, my first time meeting, that was my junior year, and I was kind of shaking on how our relationship was going to go, about us just having a coach that's transferred in and out. But everybody was saying rumors like he a bad coach, but he was a great coach to me, and he still is. And I loved being around him. Even at practice, outside of practice, it's never a dull moment with him. I always have fun with him. And this my relationship, it grew stronger and stronger each year. By us having talks, the team, by us opening up to each other as not as a team, not as team players or a coach, but as people, as humans. So it was a great experience.
Coach, as a coach, you often will brag on the talent that your players have. But what is it like for you to sit here and hear, one of your star players say, such great things about you and the relationship that you guys have?
Well, I wasn't expecting anything different because that's how he is with all walks of life. I've sat in restaurants and people come up to him that he never knew and just have a conversation like he'd been knowing him for his entire life, and that's the type of young man he is. And it starts with his family, his belief in God. So I wouldn't expect anything different.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to the 2013 Mr. Football Show. It's been a pleasure to introduce you to this year's recipient, St. Augustine running back Leonard Fournette. We'd like to say thank you to all of our guests from today. I'm Erin Cofield. On behalf of Cox 4 and the Louisiana Sports Writers Association and Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance, congratulations once again to Mr. Football 2013, Leonard Fournette.